Hi everyone, welcome back to Understanding Depression. If you're new here, thank you for joining us, and if you've been following along, I'm so glad you're here again. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this episode with someone who might need it. You never know who could be silently struggling and might find comfort in what we share today. In this episode, we're exploring a question that seems simple on the surface, but actually challenges many deep-rooted beliefs. Who can get depression? Is it only people who've gone through something tragic? Is it just those who look sad or withdrawn? The truth may surprise you, and the more we understand this truth, the more we can help ourselves and those we care about. So grab a warm drink, settle into your space, and give yourself this moment to really tune in. This episode is for you, wherever you are in your journey. Let's begin with one of the biggest myths about depression, that it only affects certain types of people. You might have heard things like, "She's too successful to be depressed," or "He has such a good life. Why would he be sad?" But here's the reality. Depression doesn't discriminate. It doesn't ask what's in your bank account, how many followers you have, or whether you're considered strong by others. It can affect people who seem completely fine on the outside, those who laugh with friends, excel at work, and post happy photos online. It can also affect those going through obvious struggles, and it can affect anyone in between. We often equate external success with inner peace, but that's not how mental health works. You can be loved and still feel lonely. You can be praised and still feel unworthy. Depression isn't a flaw in character. It's a complex interaction between your biology, your psychology, and your life experiences. By holding on to stereotypes, we prevent real conversations. We create shame, and worse, we stop people from seeking help. One of the most powerful truths we must embrace is this: depression has no single look. It doesn't always mean someone is crying in bed all day. It might look like a mom making breakfast every morning, a college student attending every class, a colleague who never misses a deadline. Many people who struggle with depression hide it well. This is sometimes referred to as high-functioning depression, a condition where someone appears fine outwardly, but inside they're fighting an emotional battle that feels invisible to the world. That's why awareness matters so much. Because if we only look for the classic signs of sadness or withdrawal, we miss countless others who are suffering silently. This episode is a gentle reminder to be mindful in your daily interactions. Ask someone how they really are. And if you're the one putting on the smile to get through the day, know that it's okay to drop the mask. You don't have to pretend to be okay just to make others comfortable. Now, even though depression can happen to anyone, there are certain factors that can increase someone's risk. For starters, genetics play a role. If you have a family history of depression or other mood disorders, you may be more vulnerable, not because you're broken, but because your brain is wired in a way that makes it more sensitive to stress and mood shifts. There are also personality factors. People who are highly empathetic, perfectionistic, or self-critical often carry emotional burdens more heavily. This doesn't mean these traits are bad. They just come with certain challenges. Then there are environmental factors: chronic stress, financial strain, loss of a loved one, abuse, discrimination, isolation, or even a major life transition. Any of these can create emotional cracks that widen over time if left unacknowledged. What's important to remember is this: risk is not fate. Just because you're more vulnerable doesn't mean you're destined to experience depression. But it does mean that awareness, self-care, and support are even more important. To help bring this into focus, let's walk through a few different examples. Meet Jason, a 28-year-old athlete with a massive online following. He's in peak physical shape, always smiling in public, but behind closed doors, he battles thoughts of emptiness and self-doubt that no one sees. Then there's Anita, a 47-year-old school principal, beloved by students and staff. She's the rock everyone leans on. But lately, she's lost her motivation and can't explain the heavy cloud she feels each morning. Or Sarah, a stay-at-home mom who loves her children deeply, but finds herself crying in the laundry room, feeling ungrateful for not being happy enough. And let's not forget teens. Yes, even teens with supportive families, straight A's, and friend groups. Depression can hit at any age and in every life stage. The takeaway? Depression doesn't wait for an invitation. It doesn't care how capable or loved you are. It shows up unannounced. And the more we talk about this, the more we can reach people before they fall through the cracks. Depression looks different across cultures, and that matters deeply. In some communities, emotional distress is not something people are encouraged to talk about. In others, it might be expressed more physically, through chronic headaches, fatigue, or stomach issues, because the emotional vocabulary simply isn't there. Men, especially, are often overlooked in the conversation. They may experience depression as anger, irritability, or numbness rather than visible sadness. And society often tells men to tough it out or be a man, which only deepens the silence. LGBTQ+ individuals face added layers of stress, stigma, and rejection, especially when they're young or lack support. These factors dramatically raise their risk for depression, yet they often face additional barriers when seeking help. Understanding these cultural and identity differences is essential. We need to create safe spaces where people are seen and heard in the ways that matter most to them, not just based on what we think depression should look like. Why does all of this matter so much? Because the more we understand the truth about who can get depression, the more we can prevent people from suffering in silence. Imagine how different things could be if we replaced judgment with curiosity. If instead of saying, "You don't look depressed," we asked, "What do you need today?" If we stopped ranking pain and started validating feelings. Awareness helps us catch the signs early, in ourselves and others. It helps us support people with empathy instead of assumptions. And it helps us build communities that are safer, softer, and more human. This is more than mental health talk. This is how we reshape culture, one kind conversation at a time. As we wrap up, I want to speak directly to you. Yes, you. If you've ever felt like your pain doesn't count, or like you have to earn the right to feel depressed, please hear this. You are allowed to feel what you feel. You don't need to wait until things get worse. You don't need to be in crisis to ask for help. And if you're supporting someone else, thank you for being part of their healing. Your listening ear might mean more than you realize. Let's keep showing up for ourselves. Let's keep showing up for each other. Let's rewrite the story that says depression only happens to certain people. Because the truth is simple and powerful. Depression can affect anyone, and that means anyone can heal too. So stay curious, stay compassionate, and keep walking this journey with us. And of course, if this episode spoke to you, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Let's keep spreading our awareness together. Until next time, take care of your heart and your mind. You matter.